What's up, my WooberGameplays? This is Ryan from WooberGameplays, and today we're playing some more Doki Doki. In the last episode, there were a mixture of emotions in the air and a lot of tension. First, we start off by having Natsuki come over, and things led to things happening. And you know what? You guys need to go watch the episode. But towards the end of the episode, things got a little sad and little. You know what? Just go watch the video because Sayori stuff happened. I just don't want to ruin it for you guys. You know that you guys should go watch that. But before you guys go watch that, I have to give you a warning. This game is notorious for being creepy and being depressing, and it gets worse as it goes on. I think this is the episode, the start, where it starts getting creepy and all that stuff. So I want you guys to not watch this if you guys are going through a hard time right now, or you guys having depressed thoughts. Just stay away from it. I don't want it to be the reason you guys start feeling worse or anything. And I'm always here. So if you guys need anyone to talk to about anything like that, or anything in general, just someone to say hi to, just someone to be friends with, I'm here. I always will be. So with that, let's get right into this video. It's the day of the festival. Of all days, I expected this to be the one where I'd be walking to school with Sayori. But Sayori isn't answering her phone. I considered going to her house to wake her up, but decided that's a little too much. Meanwhile, the preparations for the event should be nearly complete. I managed to carry all the cupcakes by myself by carefully stacking the two trays. Natsuki is already texting up a storm, but I can't respond, thanks to my hands being full. Funnily enough, I probably feel the same way as Natsuki about the event. I'm more excited for it to be over so I can spend time with Sayori and Natsuki at the festival. But knowing Monica, I'm sure the event will be great too. Ryan, you're the first one here. Thanks for being early. That's funny. I thought at least Yuri would be here by now. Monica is placing little booklets on each of the desks in the classroom. That must be the one she prepared that has all the poems we're performing. Give me 1 second. I need to fix this sound. I don't know what's wrong with it. It works. What's wrong? In the end, I found a random poem online that I thought Monica would like and submitted it. So, that's the one I'll be performing. Don't pick one for Monica. It's her. No. No. Just never. Never, Monica. He should have picked one for, I guess I should pick one that was, gay, have more emotion towards it, that I felt more, instead of what Monica was like. I'm surprised you didn't bring Sayori with you. Yeah. She overslept again. That dummy. You'd think on days this important, she'd try a little harder. I say that, but I still remember what Sarah told me yesterday. And I suddenly feel awful, knowing it's not nearly that simple for her. I only said it because it's the way I'm used to thinking. But maybe I should have gone to wake her up after all. You should take a little responsibility for her, Ryan. I mean, especially after your exchange with her yesterday. What? You kind of left her hanging this morning, you know. What exchange? Monica, where were you? Monica. I mean, unless they already told her about it when they were getting stuff ready for the festival, but that doesn't make sense. Exchange? Monica, you know about that? This is what I mean by getting creepy. Of course I do. I'm the club president after all. Just because you're a president of the club does not give you any reason to spy on Ma. But I stammer, embarrassed. Did Sarah really tell her about it that quickly? About how I basically turned down her confession? That makes me really seem like a bad guy here. But I'm the one who knows what's the best for her, right? Jeez. You don't know the full story at all, so don't worry. I probably know a lot more than you think. Huh? Monica's being as friendly as usual, but for some reason, I felt a chill down my spine after hearing that. Hey, do you want to check out the pamphlets? They came out really nice. Yeah, sure. I grabbed one of the pamphlets laid out on the desk. Oh yeah, they really did. Something like this will definitely help people take the club more seriously. Yeah, I thought so too. I flipped through the pages. Each member's poem is neatly printed on its own page, giving it an almost professional feel. I recognize Natsuki and Yuri's poems from the ones they performed during our practice. What's this? I flipped to Sayori's poem. It's different from the one she practiced. It's one that I haven't read before. I'm gonna read this whole thing. Percent sign. Get out of my head. 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 Get out of my head before I do what I know is best for you. Get out of my head before I listen to everything she said to me. Get out of my head before I show you how I love you. How much I love you. Get out of my head before I finish writing this poem. Oh no. But a poem is never actually finished. It just stops moving. Sayori? Okay. What is this? Reading the poem, I get a pit in my stomach. Ryan, what's wrong? Nothing. This poem feels completely different from everything else Sayori's written. But more than that, I changed my mind. I'm going to get Sayori, so... well, alright. Try not to take too long, okay? I quickly leave the classroom. Don't strain yourself. Guys, this is just a warning. If you guys did not listen to me before, I think I know where this is heading. So please click off the video. If you guys don't want to see this, please click off. Monica calls out after me. I quicken my pace. What was I thinking? I should have tried a little bit harder for Sayori. It's not a big deal to at least wait for her or help her wake up. Even the simple gesture of walking her to school makes her really happy. Besides, I told her yesterday that things will be the same as they have always been. That's all she needs, and what I want to give her. I reach Sayori's house and knock on the door. I don't expect an answer. She's not picking up her phone either. Like yesterday, I opened the door and let myself in. Guys, I'm serious. If you guys don't want to see anything bad, please click off. Sayori? She really is a heavy sleeper. I swallow. I can't believe I ended up doing this after all. Waking her up in her own house. Isn't that more like something a boyfriend would do? In any case, it just feels right. Outside Sayori's room, I knock on her door. Sayori? Wake up, dummy. There's no response. I really didn't want to have to enter her room like this. Isn't it kind of a breach of privacy? But she really leaves me no choice. I know I'm going to keep saying this, but please click off if you guys don't want to see this. I know exactly where it's going, so please, if you guys don't want to see anything like this, please click off. This is your chance. I'll give you 5 seconds. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, 0. Hopefully you guys clicked off by now. I gently open the door. Sayori. This is what I meant. I knew. An exception has occurred. File game script line 307. See trackback for details. What the? Is this a nightmare? It has to be. This isn't real. There's no way this can be real. Sayori wouldn't do this. Everything was normal up until a few days ago. That's why I can't believe what my eyes are showing me. I suppressed the urge to vomit. Just yesterday, I told Sayori I would be there for her. I told her I know what's best and that everything will be okay. Then why? Why would she do this? How could I be so hopeless? What did I do wrong? Turning down her confession. That has to be what pushed her over the edge. Her agonized scream still echoes in my ears. Why did I do that to her when she needed me the most? Why was I so selfish? This is my fault. My swimming thoughts keep telling me everything I could have done to prevent this. If I just spent more time with her, walked her to school, and gave her what I know she wanted out of our relationship, then I could have prevented this. If someone has a thought of knowing they're going to do suicide in their mind, there's really not much you can do. The best anyone can do is get someone help. If someone's set on it, truly set on killing themselves, there's nothing you can do to change their mind. It's terrible. I know I could have prevented this. Screw the literature club. Screw the festival. I just lost my best friend. Someone I grew up with. She's gone forever now. Nothing I can do can bring her back. This isn't some game where I can reset and try something different. I had only one chance and I wasn't careful enough. And now I'll carry this guilt with me until I die. Nothing in my life is worth more than hers. But I still couldn't do what she needed from me. And now, I can never take it back. Never. 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 End. Alright guys, what I gotta do now is I gotta exit out of the game and come back in. It restarts, it kind of restarts the story. I don't think I have to exit, I think I click this. But it makes it where I continue the story, because the story's not over yet. This is only the first part. Her character is basically moved from the game. So now it's the story without Sayori. I see an annoying girl running towards me from the distance, waving her arms in the air like she's totally oblivious of any attention she might draw to herself. That girl is my neighbor, and good friend since we were children. You know, the kind of friend you never see yourself making today, but it just kind of works because you've known each other for so long. We used to walk to school together on days like this, but starting around high school, she would oversleep more and more frequently, and I would get tired of waiting up. But she's going to chase after me like this. I almost feel better off running away. However, I just sigh and idle in front of the crosswalk and like catch up to me. It's an ordinary school day, like any other. Mornings are usually the worst, being surrounded by couples and friend groups walking to school together. Meanwhile, I've always walked to school alone. I always tell myself it's about time to meet some girls or something like that, but I have no motivation to join any clubs. I'm perfectly content just getting by on the average while spending my free time on games and anime. There's always the anime club, but it's not like there would be any girls in it anyway. The school day is as ordinary as ever, and it's over before I know it. And after I pack up my things, I stare blankly at the wall, looking for an ounce of motivation. Clubs. There really aren't any that interest me. Besides, most of them would probably be way too demanding for me to want to deal with. I guess I have no choice but to start with the anime club. Ryan? I told you she was a robot! At least I think so. I don't know what she is. I don't like her. Monica? Since it's like we start over, I'm gonna read her differently, like she's a normal person. Like our character notices nothing. Okay. Oh my goodness. I totally didn't expect to see you here. It's been a while, right? Ah. Yeah, it has. Monica smiles sweetly. We do know each other well. We rarely talked, but we were in the same class last year. Monica was probably the most popular girl in class. Smart, beautiful, athletic, basically completely out of my league. So having her smile at me so genuinely feels a little... What did you come in here for, anyway? Oh, I've just been looking for some supplies to use for my club. Do you know if there's any construction paper in here? Or markers? I guess you could check the closet. You're in the debate club, right? About that. I actually quit the debate club. Really? You quit? Yeah. To be honest, I can't stand all the politics around major clubs. It feels like nothing but arguing about the budget and publicity and how to prepare for events. I'd much rather take something I personally enjoy and make something special out of it. In that case, what club did you decide to join? Actually, I'm starting a new one. I need to stop reading in my voice! Game, stop. A literature club. Literature. That sounds kind of dull. How many members do you have so far? It's kind of embarrassing, but there are only 3 of us so far. It's really hard to find new members for something that sounds so boring. Well, I can see that. But it's really not boring at all, you know? Literature can be anything. Reading, writing, poetry. I mean, one of my members even keeps her manga collection in the club room. Wait, really? Yeah, it's funny, right? She always insists that manga is literature too. Maybe it is. I mean, she's not wrong, I guess. And besides, a member's a member, right? Did Monica say she? Hey Ryan, by any chance, are you still looking for a club to join? I mean, I guess so, but in that case, is there any chance you could do me a big favor? I won't ask you to join, but if you could at the very least visit my club, it would make me feel really happy. Please? Well, I guess I have no reason to refuse. Besides, how could I ever refuse someone like Monica? Sure, I guess I could check it out. Ah, awesome. You're really sweet, Ryan. You know that? It's nothing, really. Shall we go then? I'll look for the materials another time. You're more important. Aw, she made me feel special until she obliterates my soul. And thus, today marks the day I sold my soul to Monica and her irresistible smile. I timidly followed Monica across the school and upstairs, a section of the school I rarely visit, being generally used for third-year classes and activities. Monica, full of energy, swings open the classroom doors. I'm back, and I brought a guest with me. A guest? Seriously? You brought a boy? Way to kill the atmosphere. Don't be mean, Natsuki. But anyway, welcome to the club, Ryan. All words escape me in this situation. This club is full of incredibly cute girls. Oh my god, deja vu, it feels like I've said this before. So let me guess. You're Monica's boyfriend, right? What? No, I'm not. Natsuki. The girl with a sour attitude, whose name is apparently Natsuki, is the one I don't recognize. Her small figure makes me think she's probably a first year. Anyway, this is Natsuki, energetic as usual. And this is Yuri, the vice president. She moved up. Forget you, Natsuki, even though you're kind of cool when you are outside school. But, you know. It's nice to meet you. Yuri, who appears comparatively more mature and timid, seems to have a hard time keeping up with someone like Natsuki. Yeah, it's nice to meet the both of you. So, I ran into Ryan in the classroom, and he decided to come check out the club. Isn't that great? Wait. No. Wait, what? Wait. Monica. Didn't I tell you to let me know in advance before you brought anyone new? I was going to, well, you know. What are you going to do? Make cupcakes? I'll still eat them. It's okay, you can bring a day late. I'll still eat them. They're delicious. Mwah. Sorry. I didn't forget that, but I just happened to run into him. In that case, I should at least make some tea, right? Yeah, that would be great. Why don't you come sit down, Ryan? The girls have a few desks arranged to form a table. Yuri walks to the corner of the room and opens the closet. Meanwhile, Monica and Natsuki sit across from each other. Still feeling awkward, I take a seat next to Monica. So, I know you didn't really plan on coming here, but we'll make sure you feel right at home, okay? As president of the literature club, it's my duty to make the club fun and exciting for everyone. I'm surprised there aren't more people in the club yet. It must be hard to start a new club. You could put it that way. Not many people are very interested in putting out all the effort to start something brand new, especially when it's something that doesn't grab your attention, like literature. You have to work hard to convince people that you're both fun and worthwhile. But it makes school events like the festival that much more important. I'm confident that we will all really grow this club before we graduate. Right, Natsuki? Well, I guess. Natsuki reluctantly, I hate that word! It always shows up and I don't like it, agrees. Such different girls, all interested in the same goal. Monica must have worked really hard just to find these two. Yuri returns to the table, carrying a tea set. She carefully places a teacup in front of each of us before setting down the teapot in the middle. You keep a whole set of tea in this classroom? Don't worry, the teacher gave us permission. After all, doesn't a hot cup of tea help you enjoy a good book? I guess. Don't let yourself get intimidated. Yuri's just trying to impress you. That's not... Insulted, Yuri looks away. I meant that, you know, I believe you. Well, tea and reading might not be might not be a pastime for me, but I at least enjoy tea. I'm glad. Yuri faintly smiles at herself in relief. So, Ryan, what kind of things do you like to read? Well, considering how little I've read these past few years, I don't really have a good way of answering that. Manga. I mutter quietly to myself, half joking. Natsuki's head suddenly perks up. It looks like she wants to say something, but she keeps quiet. Not much of a reader, I guess. Well, that can change. What am I saying? I spoke without thinking after seeing Yuri's sad smile. Anyway, what about you, Yuri? Well, let's see. Yuri traces the rim of her teacup with her finger. My favorites are usually novels that build deep and complex fantasy worlds. The level of creativity and craftsmanship behind them is amazing to me. And telling a good story in such a foreign world is equally impressive. Yuri goes on, clearly passionate about her reading. She seems so reserved and timid since the moment I walked in, and it's obvious by the way her eyes light up that she finds her a comfort in the world of books, not people. But you know, I like a lot of things. Stories with deep psychological elements usually immerse me as well. Isn't it amazing how a writer can so deliberately take advantage of your own lack of imagination to completely throw you for a loop? Anyway, I've been reading a lot of horror lately. I read a horror book once. I desperately grasp something I can relate to at a minimal level. At this rate, Yuri might as well be having a conversation with a rock. I expect that from you, Yuri. It suits your personality. Oh, is that so? Really, if a story makes me think, or takes me to another world, then I really can't put it down. Surreal horror is often very successful at changing the way you look at the world, if only for a brief moment. Ugh, I hate horror. Oh, why's that? Well, Natsuki's eyes dart over to me for a split second. Never mind. That's right. You usually like to write something about cute things. Don't you, Natsuki? What? What gives you that idea? Why am I still reading like that? I hate my voice. Oh my god. You left a piece of scrap paper behind last club meeting. It looks like you were working on a poem called... Don't say it out loud! And give that back! Fine. Natsuki, you write your own poems? Well, I guess sometimes. Why do you care? I think that's impressive. Why don't you share them sometime? No! Natsuki averts her eyes. You wouldn't like them. Not a very confident writer yet. I understand how Natsuki feels. Sharing that level of writing takes more than just confidence. The truest form of writing is writing to oneself. You must be willing to open up to your readers, exposing your vulnerabilities, and showing even the deepest reaches of your heart. Do you have writing experience too, Yuri? Maybe if you share some of your work, you can set an example to help Natsuki feel comfortable enough to share hers. I guess the same for you, Yuri. We all sit in silence for a moment. Hey, I just got an idea. How about this? What? Natsuki and Yuri looks quizzically at Monika. Let's all go home and write a poem of our own. The next time we meet, we'll all share them with each other. That way, everyone is even. I thought it was a good idea. Well, I think you're right, Monika. We should probably start finding activities for all of us to participate in together. I did decide to take on the responsibility of vice president after all. I need to do my best to nurture the club as well as its members. Besides, now that we have a new member, it seems like a good step for us to take. Do you agree as well, Ryan? Hold on, there's still one problem. Huh? What's that? Now that we've reached the most important topic, I bluntly come forth with what's been on my mind the entire time. I never said I would join this club. Monika may have convinced me to stop by, but I never made any decision. I still have other clubs to look at, and I lose my train of thought. All three girls stare back at me with dejected eyes. But, I'm sorry, I thought. Humph. Huh? The girls exchange glances before Monica turns back to me. I guess I need to tell you the truth, Ryan. The thing is, we don't have enough members yet to form an official club. We need 4. And I've been trying really, really hard to find new members. And if we don't find one more before the festival, I'm defenseless against these girls. How am I supposed to make a clear-headed decision when it's like this? I would feel terrible for letting anyone down in this situation. And besides, the club itself seems pretty relaxed. So if writing poems is the price I need to pay in order to spend every day with these beautiful girls. Right. Okay, I've decided then. I'll join the literature club. One by one, the girl's eyes light up. Oh my goodness. Really? Do you really mean that, Ryan? Yeah. It could be fun, right? You really did scare me for a moment. I mean, if you really just left after all this, I would be super angry. Ryan, I'm so happy. We can become an official club now. Thank you so much for this. You're really amazing. I'll do everything I can to give you a great time, okay? Thanks, I guess. Okay, everyone. I think with that, we can officially end today's meeting on a good note. Everyone remember tonight's assignment? Write a poem to bring to the next meeting so we can all share. Monica looks over at me once more. Ryan, I look forward to seeing how you express yourself. Yeah. Can I really impress the class star, Monica, with my mediocre writing skills? I already feel the anxiety welling up inside me. Meanwhile, the girls continue to chit-chat as Yuri cleans up the tea set. I guess I'll be on my way then. Okay. I'll see you tomorrow then. I can't wait. With that, I depart the club, and I make my way home. The whole way, my mind wanders back and forth between the 3 girls. Natsuki, Yuri, and of course, Monica. I feel like something's missing here. Will I really be happy spending every day after school in a literature club? If it sounds like I'm being, like, inconsiderate and insincere about the whole thing that happened, it's because that's kind of a way of coping with me. It's just kind of trying to, forget about it real quick and then think about it later when I shouldn't be thinking about it. Because, I kind of don't want to think about it. It's kind of sad. And I don't want to be sad. Being sad is not a good thing. Perhaps I'll have the chance to grow closer to one of these girls. Alright. I just need to make the most of my circumstances, and I'm sure good fortune will find me. And I guess that starts with writing a poem tonight. And I guess that ends our episode right where it is. I've unlocked a special poem. Would you like to read it? I guess so. Oh. No. I'm going to leave this up for a second because I don't want to read this. So I'm going to leave it up if you guys want to read it for about 20 seconds. Okay, that was a poem. Alright, guys. I guess this ends this episode right here. I know it went through some pretty hard things. And I'm sorry if you didn't listen to me and stuck through it and you guys saw that and it hurt you. I'm very sorry about that. But have a real good rest of your day. And if you like this video, please share it and spread it all through the internet and all that jibble jabble. And above all else, if you guys enjoyed this video, please go out and go smile at someone today. Go make them smile back at you. Just a simple smile can make someone's day better. And with that, get back to your Wooby work.